Everybody, please welcome Shay to the Maury Show, all right? So, when Shay was 7 years old, she was adopted after spending most of her early childhood in foster care. Then at 18, Shay would reunite with her birth mother, Frances, and her father, Robert. But shortly after that, Shay says Frances drops a bombshell when she revealed that Robert may not be her biological father. Now, as you're about to hear, Frances doesn't seem to feel bad about making this hurtful situation even more confusing for Shay. Watch.
Shay needs to move forward in her life and stop living in the past. Girl, please move on. Lord knows I have. I don't know why she doesn't get it. I don't think Robert is her father. And I don't have any information on who the other guy is. So get over it. I am tired of the questions. I am done with this disrespect. I'm not having it. I am a 60-year-old woman, and I don't know who the hell she thinks she's talking to. Clearly, she wasn't raised well. And honestly, I think she needs to get some anger management. I'm not sorry for what I've done. Not today, tomorrow, or any other day.
Okay, so we're going to hear more from Frances a little later on in the show, but now Shay's joining us from Columbus, Ohio. So, that's your mother. That's not a stranger.
Yeah, I know.
That's your mother.
That's crazy that she say stuff like that about me when really this is her fault. I didn't ask to be here. You opened your legs and had me.
Here's what everybody should know about your story. Frances had you, all right? Robert was there, apparently, in the beginning. And what happened was that you were given up first to foster care when you were like, what, 2 years old?
One.
You were given up for foster care. And then at the age of 7, you were adopted by a single mother who, by the way, you say was great.
Yes, she was excellent.
And all of our viewers and our audience, our live audience, should also know that you are one of 9 children.
But
Yes,
Maury,
I am.
But Maury,
Were given up for adoption, were given up for foster care first.
Maury,
And Frances kept the other 7.
she's not telling the whole truth about the situation.
What's the truth, Frances?
I had to give her up because I had to go on vacation. When we found Shay, yes, I went to jail. And when I came home, I was not able to raise her. And she knows this. I told her this.
Maury,
I explained everything to her.
Ask her why she stopped coming to the visits, Maury. Ask her why she stopped coming to the visits. Why she stopped answering her phone.
Because I was young and I was in the streets and I was doing what I wanted to do. As
With 9
I
kids.
explained to
With
you.
9 kids.
That's
With 9
why,
kids.
sweetheart.
What I be saying is, I be trying to ask you just one question. Who my dad? First you told me it was Robert. Then, after we started getting a little bond or whatever and start clicking, then when you start getting a bond and start clicking, you gonna say, oh, that's not your dad. So how I'm supposed to feel? For when I was already in foster care from 1 to 18.
When you were 18, what happened?
My sister wrote me on Facebook, Maury, and it was so much emotions. I swear it was so much emotions, man. It was like, she was like, I've been looking for you. Well, you got brothers, you got sisters, you got nieces, nephews, you got a great-grandma that's still alive. Your grandma passed. Like, my grandma had just passed, so I didn't get a chance to meet my grandma. So I met my great-grandma. I met my brothers and my sisters. I didn't even know I even had brothers. All I knew was I had 2 sisters.
So what was it like when all of you all got together the first time?
It was very emotional. I ain't gonna lie, it was very emotional. I was scared, I was crying, I was happy, I was sad.
So
People was running up, kissing me and stuff, so I'm like, okay,
And
this is
I
my
felt
family, but
very overwhelmed with all of my children there.
But here's the thing, Frances. When Shay comes to this big gathering of all the family, you introduce Shay to Robert, and you say, I think I'm quoting you, this may be your father.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Shay, what'd you think about that, Shay? What'd you think?
because you don't know, Maury.
Robert considers you his daughter.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, Maury, I want to know for sure if that's my blood father or not. I don't look nothing like him. I look like her.
You think you and your mother can mend your relationship?
If she just be straight up with me and don't give me the run around the bush, if she didn't know that he was my dad from the beginning, why tell me when we reunite that, oh, this is your dad, and then a month later, oh, this my
We
dad.
are on the road
Why
of redemption,
why play these
Shay.
games with me?
That's
I'm grown,
why
you
we
are
are
grown.
here, sweetheart. We
I am
are
grown and
on
you
the
are grown. Why
road
play
to
these games with me?
redemption, baby.
Okay.
There's no reason to play a game.
All right. Here's the surprise for my viewers. You and Robert, after knowing each other since 1985, and then living your own lives, you're back together again. You and Robert.
Yeah.
Shay.
Yes, that's
Shay,
true.
what do you think about that?
Y'all know if he my dad or not, bro. Stop playing these games with me.
One of the reasons why you're so upset is because you led your life without a dad. And because of that, right, you didn't have a male figure in your life. And you had.
But I didn't either, Maury. I didn't either.
Well, guess
It ain't
what?
about you.
And
It's not
why?
about
So-
you.
so Francis-
It's not about you. You went
Yes.
to prison, remember?
Francis,
It's not about you.
you had 9 children, and Shay,
Yes.
I have 5 children. I have 3 girls and I have 2 boys.
you have 5 children.
Yes, I have 3 different baby dads.
How many of the fathers of those children are in their lives?
All of them.
Good. Let me approach Francis with this. Robert told my producers that way back, he had a DNA test done on Shay, and the
Same
DNA
thing he told
test
me.
said he was the father. You know about that?
I just found out about that not too long ago. We were all sitting at the table, and it was revealed that Robert took a DNA test. That's the first time I heard of that. And I
Okay.
hope and pray that he's her father, because this is so hurtful.
But we're here for a
Is
reason.
it hurtful to you or is it hurtful for me?
It should be hurtful for both. But we should learn
I mean,
how
I'm
to
just asking.
respect
I'm
each
not just
other
saying.
Wait.
and understand each other.
It's time to get Robert's side of the story before we get to the results. Watch.
I ain't tired of all this drama. Francis and I did the best we could do. It was not our fault that Shay was taken from us. I love her and I want to be her father. I pray that we can all be a happy family today.
Okay, so as you can see, Robert's joined Francis because they've been reunited. Shay, you don't like this reunion between these two, huh?
It's not really a problem more about them they reunion or them being back together or none of that. I just want answers. Why can't I get my answers? Y'all happy? Why can't I be happy?
That's why you're
Why they
here.
get to be a happy family?
That's why
they
you're
get to be a
here
happy
today.
family?
We're
Why
going to
you
get
got
the
your-
answers. And
Why
then
got
we
your-
all can be happy.
Okay.
So stop being so angry.
Francis,
Yes.
I think she has a reason to be upset, okay?
I understand that, Maury, but she doesn't have to be disrespectful.
Robert, by the way, you want to be her father, don't you?
I would love to be Shay's father. I was Shay when she was born. I was at the hospital, and everything.
So
that
why
went-
your name wasn't on
everything-
my birth certificate?
Wh-
Cause she don't
Why
know.
wasn't I on your birth certificate?
Who are you talking to?
But we about to
Because-
find out right now.
That's
Okay.
right.
Here we go. In the case of 29-year-old Shay, Robert, you are not the father.
Oh, she's a rat, bro.
You better show some respect.
Show some respect.
I told
He ain't my
you.
dad. He not my dad.
told you.
He not my dad.
told
You
you
must say
it
you
was
gave
2
somebody.
people.
So who the other person?
Stop
But you can't get the information.
disrespecting.
You can't get. I'm
Do
not
what?
disrespecting you.
No,
I'm
I
not
can't.
disrespecting you.
I
Who's the
gave
man?
you
What's his
his
name?
name.
What's his name? What's his name?
I gave you his name.
Can you and your mother have a decent relationship?
Man, she hurt me. She still hurt me. What you mean? How can we have this relationship when I asked you who the I'm
How
sorry.
am
When
I
asked who
hurting
was my
you?
dad, and you can't tell me. But you know everybody
I
else's dad.
told you the truth, Shay. Stop.
So what's the man's
stop
name?
That.
What
Now
is
you're
the man's
performing.
name?
Now
What's the
you're
man's
performing. His name
Maury,
is.
ask her what's the man's name
His
so I can find out.
name is.
Okay,
Okay.
now his name is.
That
So,
was always
okay.
his name, Shay. I just
That
never
sound like
gave
the
you
most
all
generic
the
I ever
names,
heard.
Shay. Well, you stop being a. We'll get somewhere.
Oh, boy.
You stop being.
We're not going to solve it. You are not the father.